Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is me going with Q4 of the bi-weekly contest 137, maximum value sum by placing 3 Rooks 2. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord, let me know what you think about this one. So this is a re-recording. If you have watched the earlier version of the video, I kind of took it off because, I don't know, I've learned some stuff since then, but also I was just so tired, to be honest, from running 10 miles. But yeah, for this particular problem, the first thing that we want to go over is just making sure that you watch Q3 for that video, which is the idea there is that there are going to be 3 things for each row. You only care about the top 3 items, right? Because for each row, the 4th best item, you're never going to need it because you can always 3 is always enough, because if you have 2 shared columns, then the 3rd one is going to be good. So that's basically the idea. I go over it more in detail in Q3's video, so definitely check that out. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have code here. I have some inputs. Okay, I don't have code for this one yet because because basically I implement this incorrectly. So I did some, I was guessing on this idea that having some number of rows is good enough due to some sort of pigeonhole thing. But after kind of examining it after the contest, I think that there are the test cases that Leetcode has are just weak. I don't know why they keep on being very weak. I don't know if it's laziness or incompetence or both. But either way, once again, I feel like half the contests in the last couple of months, the Q4 has just really bad test cases. Why is this? I don't know. Doesn't really matter, right? I think the only thing that makes me a little bit sad about this is that I would have loved an opportunity to actually see if I could come up with the solution, because the solution is actually very elegant. There are a couple of other ways to do it, which we're not going to go over in this video, because I consider them a little bit outside the context in general. Then again, honestly, the context keeps getting harder, so who knows anymore, right? But I will mention them in brief. One of them is the max flow, right? So we have a max min cost max flow, right? So something like this, right? There are so many algorithms and so many things to research on. So I'm not going to go over it today. It's kind of funny because I think the weekly premium problem or something like this. Let's double check real quick. I think the weekly premium problem was a Rook problem, right? Yeah, peaceful minimum. So this one I actually talk about. It's not quite the same, but I actually talk about the max flow solution very briefly. It's the same idea with a different cost and all these things. I don't know, right? So that's one solution. If you want to look up it, do some research. The other is basically off the same idea, and here I am going to, I have to put it on the screen. That would make it easier for everyone to see. So basically, now we have a grid, right? Okay. Let me just draw it. So then now for each cell. Okay, so first of all, we still do the filter thing by 3 items. So this is at most going to be, let's just say that at most going to be 3 items, even though they're not in the same column, right? Because they don't have to be in the same column. They could be, I suppose, but it's just 3 items for each row, right? But then now for each row, now we want to say, given this row, we want to, and there are only 3 possibilities. Maybe I'll change the color real quick, right? Let's say 3 possibilities. Right, let's say the 3 cells, and then now the idea here is that, okay, let's say we just iterate and we look at this cell, right? Then now what happens? Well, now we can divide the rest of the board out of, we can divide the rest of the board in the same way, which is to say that we have the top half, right, and the bottom half. And what does this mean? Well, the top half keeping in mind that in all the top half, we only care about 3 numbers, right? In the same kind of similar way, if there are 4, it doesn't matter if they're even if they're all in the same row or same column, it doesn't matter because we never care about the 4th one because the other 3 would be good enough, no matter where they stand, right? So that means that on the top, we only care about three cells, right? And then on the bottom, we only care about 3 cells, right? In the same symmetric way. So if we pre-process, the top part and the bottom part such that we only do 3 cells, then here we only care about, So then now if R is the number of rows, and then the number of quote-unquote red cells where we scan is going to be 3 times R, right? I'm writing it inside because I'm running out of space, so maybe I might try it. Okay, so that means that there's 3 times R candidates, and for each candidate, we only have to look at 9 different possibilities, right? 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom, to kind of try to make sure that they don't overlap in columns. So we could brute force this. So that means that in total, this is just 27 times R, and that's going to be fast enough. That's basically the beautiful idea. Yeah. So this is let me quick. So this is basically the beautiful idea that I wish I came up with, and I don't know, right? Because I don't know if I would have came up with this if I had gotten a wrong answer instead of a fake AC, because my code is incorrect and there are a number of test cases that will fail it, right? But I had 40 minutes. If I maybe had time, I could have done it. Or like if I got a wrong answer, maybe I could have done it. And then the question is, well, if you're not confident about your solution and you watch the live portion, I was not. If you're not confident about the solution, then why don't you spend the rest of the 40 minutes coming up with this solution, right? And honestly, the answer is because with Leetcode, you never know. I mean, in one particular instance, it's probably true. But out of all those problems, many intended solutions barely pass their time limits, right? And very often, especially in Python and Leetcode, you have to do like an extra optimization just to get it to pass, which is like, well, look, there's just like so many different ideas and angles that, it's just usually not worth my time. And, my confidence is not, does not demonstrate what the solution is a lot of the times, right? At least my uncertainty does not mean that it is not correct, because I don't know, Leetcode, like I said, I've been just kind of bombing these kind of Q4s. And just to be clear, I love this problem. I thought it was a very good problem, and I really liked the solution, and I wished my annoyance and my I'm not that upset, but I'm just like more annoyed and disappointed. My disappointedness, is that a word? Anyway, I'm disappointed because I feel like I wasn't given an opportunity to do it this other way, right? Like if I had stumbled onto it, I'll be like, oh, this is really clever. It's a beautiful solution. But and I wish I was able to do it. But but I think that's why I'm a little bit annoyed. But in any case, okay, now, like I said, because, I'm doing it this way, it's going to be the live portion. I mean, I'm going to try to code this part live. Feel free to skip ahead or watch 2x, and then we'll talk about my code after, or we'll talk about it as I'm coding like my daily videos, and then we'll go over as much as we need. Okay, so let's set up the boundaries. I always use R and C. It's just a little bit less confusing than M and R, because different problems use different M's and different R, like they I don't know which one is which, no one knows. But R and C, I always have an idea. And then now for each row, I actually already did this. So I'm a little bit lazy still. Oh, not this one. As you can see, I actually tried a lot, but I have this thing here. Oops. Yes, okay, so I'm definitely a little bit lazy still, but in that I'm gonna write this. All right, maybe I should just write it out. It's not that hard. Keep on pressing the wrong shortcut key. All right. So now what we want to do, what I'm doing anyway, is create a new board. Right, and basically, I mean, this is a sorted thing, but with 500 things, I don't really worry about it. 500 log 500 versus 500 times log 3 is not a big deal because that's not the dominating performance on this problem. But basically, I'm sorting it by the value and then taking the last 3 values. Right, maybe I could reverse it. And the 3 here is a magic constant because like this is the thing that we said that for each row, we want only the top 3 items because beyond that, you'll never consider it. Okay, so then now we just have to get the prefix and the suffix, right? Yeah, I think that's how Josh put it in his code very quickly. But I mean, you know, there's just the top and the bottom, right? So maybe the top, we can generate top. And this is going to be per row, right? Yeah. So top, we have for row in new board. Am I missing a parenthesis? I am. That's why my thing is. Okay, so then now, here we just go, okay, well, how do I want to write it? It's fine. So maybe I have the current is equal to current.extend row, right? Yeah. And then we could sort it. But I think one thing that I kind of glazed over very quickly is that I mean, yeah, so basically all this does is now it adds 3 items, and we can remove stuff, but I think the thing is that I guess one case that I just thought about is that you don't want them to be in the same column, and what I was going to do is just do like a current.sort, and then again current is equal to current you know, the 3 biggest items, and then top.append a copy of the current, right? So easy peasy, but unfortunately that's not quite right because if you have 3 rows and the maximum value is in the same column, then that's just going to have 3 things in the same column, which is not what we want. So we have to be a little bit smarter than that. And yeah, like I said, I'm doing this live, so definitely feel free to watch it on 2x or just skip forward a little bit while I think about this a second. Yeah, I mean, it's not that hard. It's just, and I don't even need to write it this way because current only has at most 3 items, right? So I could just do something like this, right? So this is the new current. So it has now 6 items, and then we just go through. Yeah, we just go through it one by one. It's really not that bad, I think. Yeah. Maybe I'm gonna write this lazily because I don't think the performance here matters that much. That's why, just in case you're wondering. And for me, correctness for now is better than the premature optimization. So then now, let's just say reverse is equal to true. And actually, let's change this here as well so that I feel like it's just more understandable, right? And then now we have for x index in current, or maybe just do it this way. No, it's fine. Right, so then now if index not in scene, and also now that we have this, right, by definition, all 3 top 3 should be unique every time. There should be no duplicates in previous, so you always have 3 because you always go off from that invariant, right? So scene.add index, and then yeah, and then next is equal to this maybe. Next is equal to or next dot append x index, right? And then now we just make a copy of this here. Oops. Yeah. So that's basically the idea, right? And so this is how you get the top. Getting the bottom is the same thing, but the opposite side. So maybe we can even just write something like, let's just say, pre-process. Something like this, right? So then now you can write top is equal to pre-process new board, and then bottom is equal to pre-process new board, flip backwards, and then we flip the results backwards, right? Okay, so then now we have the top and the bottom, and then we just basically brute force, right, for each row. So for R in range of R, for each row, we want to yeah, look at the current cell. So for X, yeah, let's just call it C1 for the first column, for the first rook. In where's my new board of R, right? Yeah, it's fine. And then now we can now brute force the top and the bottom. So then now we have for and let's call it X1 for the first rook, X2, C2 in top sub R. Is this off by 1? It may be off by 1. That's what I'm trying to think. Because okay, so R would include this row, so it should be R minus 1. But then if R is 0, obviously that doesn't work. So no, I guess we can just never look at the first row or the last row, because by symmetry it doesn't really matter, right? Okay, fine. And then X3, C3 in bottom of R plus 1. And then now if C1 is not equal to C2 and C1 is not equal to C3 and C2 is not equal to C3, then now we have 3 distinct columns, and then we have a best is equal to max best of x1 plus x2 plus x3, and we should be good. I mean, I have to define infinity, but yeah. Ooh, wrong. Syntax is also only the first 3 items anyway. Am I still missing a parent? Right, it's syntax. Is it? Oh, there's a the comma is in the wrong bracket. Okay. All right. So this looks good. Let's give a quick submit. Hopefully this is good. Not 100% confident. I mean, I'm confident about the idea. I'm not confident about, you know, silliness. Oh, I'm dumb. Yeah, this time limits because I forgot to do one thing, which is that for this one we have to trim it down to the top 3, right? And now that the reverse is in the beginning, so the biggest numbers are in the beginning, and then yeah, if length of next is greater than 3, we break. Right? Yeah. But as you can see, very easy to make mistakes. That I did that for illustrative purposes. Illustration. There you go. Accepted. Pretty easy. Pretty straightforward. I mean, we talked about it and I just forgot about it. Or I forgot to actually do it. I don't know why I'm so bad about it. I think it's because I'm talking all the time instead of actually just like cranking out code. And as you can see, this takes 1 second, which is actually not that much faster than my fake solution. So I don't know. But this one I know will work and it's just generally correct for everything. So I'm much more confident about this one for sure, right? But yeah, that's basically the idea. This is the code, and you can fit on one screen. Yeah, as you can see, I don't really. I mean, I need. I think I rewrote this, and then I just forgot about putting this in. But yeah, as long as you keep this within three elements, then now this only has 3 elements. This will only have 3 elements. This only has 3 elements, and this has all elements. So yeah, 9 times R. And yeah, that's all I have for this one. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Stay good, stay healthy to good mental health. Actually, I mean, I'll see you later, but you could also watch the live portion of me doing this now. That's the only thing I worry about. How did I forget the note take? Okay, so that's good. Silly mistake. Come on, Larry, that's such a silly mistake. Okay, now we have to optimize it a little bit. Okay, so then now the 500 thing is going to be too slow, right? The 500 cube. Can we optimize this a little bit? Well, we have a new board, so it's just going to be 4 elements each. That should be a little bit helpful. Did people get it yet? 11 people got it already. That's pretty fast. I guess, I mean, they didn't spend time on the other one, and they didn't make a silly mistake, probably not. That's such a, that's like a basis for it, and I still couldn't get it right. But, that's unfortunate. A lot of people got Q2 really fast now. So I gotta step it up. Okay, so now 500 is the constraints for each. How would I write this? I guess they're the same, right? So 500. All right, let's look at this code and how to optimize. You have to do each row, so 500 square would be good. 500. Can I do anything with this? Is it still 3 rooks? It's still 3 rooks. Did it do some sort of divide and conquer? No, because it's still, because you have to do it. You have to return so many possibilities. Don't know that you. I don't know. Maybe not the way that I'm thinking of it anyway. Yeah, what a silly mistake. But okay. Okay, so this is a good idea. So we probably should do it anyway. See what the submission time is. 6 seconds is okay, I suppose. What a silly mistake. People got it though. Very smart people. Okay, so we do the same thing with rows and columns, but then now we have to retain the other 2. Is there anything I can generalize from this? Silly mistake. I knew that one too. I was like, take no take, but then I just forgot to no take. Can dwell on it, gotta focus, but I don't know how. I mean, I know how to focus, I just don't know how to do it. 500. Yeah, 500 cube definitely is not going to cut it. But can I use a similar idea? right? For example, okay, so we reduce the thing so that I mean, we reduce this thing by 4, but can we do a similar thing with columns, right? We probably could, right? So let's see. So then each column will have at most 4 things, and does that help? I think so. I mean, I don't know. Let's see. Then now, okay. How would I write that, right? So, okay, so new board is equal to this, right? So, okay, cost is equal to maybe. Okay, so then now you have pen, so you have the J column and the value is board of ij, right? Okay, so then you have this thing, and then now we want to sort it. Convert it to a list, just in case, and we take the last 4, right? So okay, so then now we can do something like, okay, I just update this to this, right? And then now we have for x index in this, we want to say maybe we just want, so index is the column, we also want to say the row, right? So then maybe for the column, okay, then now for column we want to maybe store, just the row is fine, I think. I'll just maybe something like this, right? Because we never want to take something from a column that doesn't make sense anyway. So then now we want to do this, except for we want to do an if statement somewhere of if columns of index are in columns of index, something like this. Does this not work now? Was that supposed to be 4? I don't remember. Alright, let's just use all of them. What do we have? 4, 15.3. A little bit slow. Alright, let's give a YOLO submit. I mean, it doesn't change the input things, so that's why it doesn't thing, but it might change the actual inputs, but the examples are too small for it to change the answer to. Okay, so that works, but is it fast enough? because then now that's not useful. That is actually very not useful. I have to maybe quick submit again and maybe it will give me the answer. I don't know if this is fast enough for 500, honestly. Which is why I don't know. Because in theory, there's some like pigeonhole thing here, but this is actually unacceptable. Leetcode is just kind of crappy, but okay, fine. Maybe one thing that we can do is just, I don't know, port is equal to But the thing is that I think, I mean, this is right somehow. But I think if all the numbers are the same, there could be some like weirdness of like it eliminating too many. Right? Because if this is like the same, I guess it doesn't matter if it's the same, but, oh, whoops. It's fast enough, I suppose. What is the size of new port? I want to see. Like, just a lot of emptiness, which makes it really fast, I suppose. Okay. Well, come on, they can't tell me this. Am I good enough to YOLO? 5 seconds. It's faster, but it's not fast enough, I don't think, for me to think that 500. Oh, well, maybe it's just this because I printed. I don't know. This is fast enough, to be honest. Leetcode is just having some timing issues. Maybe it just takes time to load. I don't know. But it's hard for me to be convinced that this is fast enough. But maybe I could do something like I always forget how to do random. Just give me a rand int. Okay, random.rand int. Whatever. Okay, so it's 169 somehow. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to YOLO this just because I mean, it works enough. But it doesn't seem to be super fast on. But if not, it's fine. I don't know. I wish I didn't give away 5 minutes on the other one, but sometimes it is what it is. It might time out, but at least it's right. I don't know if it times out, but meanwhile, it looks like it'll time. Ooh, memory limited exceeded. That is actually not what I would have expected, honestly. Oh, maybe it's on the caching. Okay, so we could eliminate some stuff. So okay, so then here, for example, we can say that okay, so if length of current is greater than 0, okay, right, and then now we reconceptualize length is equal to length of new port. Yeah, columns, I think well, columns don't matter in how I do it. This is Q3, submit. Maybe that will be a little bit faster. Memory, I didn't expect memory limit to exceed it, to be honest. Let's see if this is much faster. Seems like the other one, I don't know if it would have been fast enough, honestly. Still though, memory limit exceeded is a little bit sad. Okay, what else can I do? Am I reaching the limit of what I can do here? A lot of people got this fast. Seems like. I don't know. So not that much. Do I want to try again? Why is that? What always reduce these whatever. I mean, there are a lot of it. How many possible rows are there? How many? Do I have my random thing up? Nope. Okay, so then now for the 0 I'm done rent int. Right. Oh, this is actually probably not right, actually. What we want is okay, fine. Okay. Maybe this will give me more accurate timing. Yeah, I mean, it's much slower for sure. And then now, okay, now it gives me the memory limit exceeded. Why? So in cache? I find clear cache. I forget how to do it. Someone told me about it, but I just want to print this before. So guys, so let's just say 300. Let's just do something a little bit smaller, just for. I just want to see what R is for a random board, but maybe memory limits exceed anyway. So, okay, wow. So I guess this memory limits exceed. I didn't actually expect that, but I guess it makes sense if these are all random. I guess I shouldn't have submitted it. But it's still 500 times 500 times 500, even if each of the things are very fast. I thought this would remove the rows, but it doesn't do enough. How many people have gotten this so far? 45. Huh. So I spent too much time on this failed attempt to kind of reduce the space. I wonder if there's like a thing where like you only have to care about the biggest like 20 numbers or something. Right. Let's just even do 100 by 100. Let me see what this means. Yes, this one works. Okay. But I'm gonna print R. Okay, so R is, we don't actually remove that many R's. It's just that my random was pretty bad because I didn't random. So then now each 4, so that's why, yeah, that would have never worked. Like I feel like there's a thing with like you know, So for each one, okay, so then maybe I do another thing where maybe just something like this, right? And then now we want to just say, I don't know, top 20, right? Because they're now in the same row. So that means that by definition, there's a lot of things we can remove. So maybe something like top 20. So this is sorted. Something like that, right? So, okay. So lower bound, maybe? Or the biggest item, I suppose. Right. Cost doesn't exist. Okay, well, it's fine. Where's my lower bound? Okay. Right, so then now we do this, and x is greater than or equal to lower bound, right? It's much faster, right? Is it? 1.2. It's half as fast. Alright, let's see if this still works. Well, does it even work for the input? Well, so lower bound is 2. So then we're just not doing enough of these because we're eliminating too many things, is that right? It should be lower bound be 2. So this takes the 4 items. Okay, so we have all these things. Oh, we don't sort. I thought I mean, we sorted the other thing, but okay, so at this thing, oh, it's lower bound should be the other way, so this should be 0, and then now we want to, this part is right, I think, but okay, okay, so this is right again ish. All right, let's YOLO submit. Okay, and then now let's double check. Okay, so the code kind of works. I don't know if it works for this, but yeah. And then now 500, 500. Is it right? Who knows? I mean, it's fast enough. Is it right? Fast and right? Who knows? YOLO. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't right, to be honest. But yeah, very sloppy contest by me. 77 people got it, and I got one of the wrong answers. This one definitely, the Q3 wrong answer was definitely very sad. Q4 solution wasn't good, but I mean, I think I went the right direction. I just didn't follow it all the way through. Yeah, I mean, I think this is cool. I don't. Let me double check the submission time. Yeah, wow, this is very fast. Oh, this is Q1, but Q2 is still very fast, or Q4. So I was debating optimizing this a little bit better, but you know, it doesn't seem like we have to. Let's just say limit is equal to 20. I'm curious how much can you get it? I guess I test on Q3 because why not? Oof. So 10 is not enough. I mean, yeah, okay. I thought maybe, yeah, I mean, I chose 20 for that reason, but I'm just trying to see if I could get a little bit faster. 16 is fine. Okay. Because of like, almost like a sort of a pigeonhole type thing, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be an okay contest, but not, you know, yeah, an okay contest, not super good, but it'll be acceptable. I just didn't really, why did, I just noticed this, why did they show the name instead of handles? Wait, yeah, lucky I don't have my name, but, wait. Like, is that a choice? Like, that's kind of weird. Oh, Josh is here though. I thought something looked weird. I don't know people's handle anymore. Or, you know, like I don't know everyone's real name. So, alright, no shout out today, just because. Yeah, this is very awkward. We had 10 minutes of penalty hurts, so I'm probably not going to update that much. Wasn't that bad, but I definitely could have done faster. I definitely should have done Q3 faster. I got a wrong answer just because of some silliness. And I think actually for Q3 I didn't need this. No, I do need it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Kind of disappointing, honestly. This is probably lagged or something. That seems too high because more people have self queue for it. So that would just be way unexpected if this was this high. Especially since I got 10 minutes of penalty due to silliness. Yeah, and everything is just like very. I mean, I could see myself being 66, not updating the Q4 of everyone else. But yeah, it's going to drop though, so not a big deal. I mean, yeah, I think two mistakes were the two wrong answers, which is kind of sad. Yeah, this one was because I just forgot to not tick part. That's a very beginner mistake, so it is what it is. This one is because I tried to do the max case and I did it wrong. If I did the max case correctly, this would have been right. But yeah, or like I wouldn't have submitted it is what I mean, because it would have given me whatever. I don't know why I keep on deleting the other part. I wish I kind of just kept this, right? Just right. Like maybe I should have this on like maybe I should have this on template instead of needing to write it out. But yeah, see, after you do this reduction, it just reduces to like 16, which is kind of amazing actually. But does this work? I'm curious how low you can reduce it. 10 is apparently not enough, but maybe I'm printing too much. I was too lazy to take out the print statements. How many inputs are there? Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's the reason why I chose 20 is because it's a safe number, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this actually gives me the wrong answer. So let's actually choose some. Let's see what's the biggest number that we can get without being timeout, so that if someone challenges it, at least one of them will be right. Okay. I don't have a mathematical proof on what it should be though, to be honest. Now I'm just doing like a pseudo binary search, as you can see. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So that, you know, just in case that this isn't, or like, because I don't really have a proof for this directly. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's good enough for me. I just want to get this, I want to use as close to 10 seconds as possible so that one of these should not be able to challenge in the worst case. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about this farm, this contest, this video, everything in between. Come to Discord. Stay good, stay healthy, to good mental health. I'll see y'all later and take care. Bye-bye.